Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 1, Episode 6, Saints and Sinners. So the episode starts off with Bobby. He needs to talk to Miami Tip because he needs a friend right now. And she's one of the few people who are willing to listen and lend a very loving ear. And so what happens is he talks about the whole ordeal with him and Jeffrey going and essentially going and doing stuff behind his back with his ex Malik. And he's just hurt. He understands that he was wrong because he did hit Jeffrey in the face, and they are in the relationship. So technically what he did was wrong. Now we go to the other side, which is Jeffrey, who's upset. He's angry. Grr. And he's boxing. He's boxing like his life depends on it. And he has these two friends. His friends are there to support him because he's just so hurt that Bobby had the audacity to go and do something like that to him when it was like, there's no excuse. There's no reason for you to ever put your hands on someone else. So he's talking to Helen and Ebony, and they're kind of like, okay, so what happened? Well, Bobby got upset because, I was with so-and-so doing who knows what, but it still doesn't matter because there's no excuse. And there was no reason for him. I said, what? No reason? There's no excuse. I said, okay, we get it. We get it. You guys are in a relationship. And because you guys are in a relationship, that was domestic violence. You had a domestic dispute. Obviously, a lot of us are like, because it's on reality TV, we're like, in real life, it feels like someone's putting their hands on you, regardless if it's male, female, male, female. We'll be like, no, you can't do that. You're in a relationship. You're supposed to have boundaries. You're supposed to have limits. But dang it, I don't care. This is TV. He popped you on TV, so we're treating it like it is. Like it's a show. Like we believe only half of what we hear and see. Now, Steph LaCour, she had a music video for her song. Now, the music video was very cool. It was very artsy-fartsy, and I think she was pretty much, was she naked? Or she was like in a bodysuit. She was in something, and they had the whole neon look going. It was cool. I didn't even recognize that it was her. And so she's talking to, Veronica. She has Veronica there because she wants to go and let it be known that, look, be very clear. Be very, very clear. At the end of the day, whatever issues we had with Amara, that's one thing. Went to her, apparently her photo shoot. I didn't even know it was her photo shoot. She looked a bomb, and Veronica's just like, okay, cool. Now Jojo decided to go and be in Amara's ear, trying to talk that smack. Mind you, Jojo's supposed to be not Steph's friend, not really Steph's friend, be Veronica's friend. So Veronica feels a certain way, and Veronica wants she wants some words. Let's just say she wants some words with, so because someone that you weren't even close with, you went and brought what your friend was saying about her back to her. And I said, you know what? That is true. Regardless of how we see this, that is true. Are we glad she did it? Absolutely. So we don't care. Next off, we see Gunplay. Gunplay and Kiara there. Gunplay's protege, maybe his compadre, his boy, Stroh, was killed due to the gun violence. And so this is going to hit him very hard. This is going to change the dynamics of the direction that he was going in. And that's really important because he was getting better when he was out in Atlanta, and that's why Kiara wanted him there instead of here. So we go and see where his friend was. He's in the crypt. So after that, they go to the bar, and I'm saying, probably shouldn't have went to a bar, but again, Kiara just wants to see mental health. How is he doing? And he can't even talk because that's how affected he is. That's how hurt he is, and that's foreshadowing what's going to happen next. And I said, oh, we don't want. I don't want to see anyone strung out on here. No. then we see the baddest bitch. The baddest. Trina. Trina, she's there. Dawn comes over. Trina's getting her hair done. Dawn comes over. Joy's doing her hair because she's a stylist. And this is where Dawn lets it be known that, so it was interesting, Joy, that conversation that you had over at my crib. What, Trick Daddy. Trina looking over there like, what conversation? So Trina decides she's going to go and do a setup because she wants answers. She wants resolve. Trina's going to go. They have a performance. She's going to invite Joy, and they're going to have a conversation there because she knows Trick Daddy won't be able to go anywhere. And I said, if this isn't some conniving mess that I don't even care about, so we're moving on. Next up, Bucky. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep calling her Shay. I might need to start calling her Bucky again. Alright, let me call her Shay for a little bit longer. So Shay's at the club. She's having a good time, or clearly she's waiting for someone. In comes Scrappy, as we already knew that he was joining Love and Hip Hop Miami, or at least I did, because he said he was going to Miami. All this stuff is planned way in advance. Be very clear, Scrappy is with Scrappy is married now, and it's not to Shay. But so whatever little rendezvous they had there was clearly going to be a falling out, or he's going to just be tired of whatever happens there in Miami, and he's going to run back. Trust. That is what actually happens in real life, people. So they're having this cute little exchange. Shay's talking about she doesn't understand why she's been dragged by every man that she's ever been with. They dragged her. And I said, Shay, so then you realize it's you. It's not them at that point. They are who they are, but it's you for choosing them. Unfortunately, that is what it is. And now, but Shay and Scrappy apologizes because he understands that he went too far. He played around. And I said, judging by the hairstyle, he's still playing around. But okay. And my whole thing is, I'm like, Shay, are we really gonna go through memory lane talking about the good times? See you laugh, at Scrappy's show, kind of give him the googly eye, say, well, how would you feel if I was dating someone out here? He can't answer that because he's not trying to all the way date you right then and there. He's just trying to have fun. Like, if you read his energy, he's just trying to have fun. That's all he's trying to do right now. So if that means with you or with someone else, that's what's going to happen. So then we see Prince. Prince is, I guess, mingling with some of the girls that he hires to party with his other clients, but in comes Malik. Malik comes in, needs to speak to him, and Malik just apologizes for what happened at Prince's party and lets him know that thing. And Malik is saying, Bobby? And Malik, no. And Prince said, Bobby? Malik said, it. I said, oh, okay. So it's like that? Okay. Now, he said Bobby, it came in to the party and did all of that because it thought. I said, no, we're not doing that. Because Bobby thought Jeffrey and Malik were an item. So Prince, again, this whole time, she's looking like, yeah, and? Well, he was right. I said, Prince was like, huh? Malik said he and Jeffrey are an item and that he is gay. And Prince was like, dude, I ain't gonna treat you different. I get why you didn't come out and how it is here, because Malik was like, yeah, with the promoters and all of that, it's like being straight, or at least coming off masculine, or at least not showing homosexuality, it's going to be advantages. He knows clients that have been dropped because they were homosexual. He knows. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Prince was unfazed. In his confession, he was like, bruh, There were certain mannerisms that had me thinking that was the case anyway, but I'm not gonna blow up your spot or trying to make you feel a certain way. So I never said that. He didn't say that to Malik. He said that to us. So I said, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. And that's pretty much it. Malik's just like Prince was phase one, even though he still feels weird even saying that to someone else. Now we get to Veronica. She has a meeting with JoJo, and they have a sit down. JoJo's trying to figure out, so why didn't you come to the party? Veronica says, I was busy, I was booked, I was in the studio, I was just doing my thing. Veronica clearly had the energy of, I'm not here to deal with you. JoJo was okay with being fake for 2.5 seconds. I'm sure at some point the blowout's going to happen anyway. So then Veronica lets me know, so you were going and, talking that mess. You brought a conversation that was had betwixt the four of us back to Amara, and you're trying to start some stuff with my friend? Like, really? Even though you're supposed to be my friend, you went to someone else and said what I said. I said, that is true now. Let's stop acting like just because we like Amara doesn't mean that wasn't a little even though we respected it, it still was as far as friendship's concerned. Now, but JoJo knew what side to be on. That's why she flipped. Let's be very clear about that. JoJo knew how this was going to look. She's not dumb. And it flips to, well, I heard Amara actually told me what you said about me. And Veronica was irked. Like, okay, so Amara, so we're doing that. I said, it's a two-way street. The same thing that you did, she did. So we're even. Got it. You talked about her. She said something about someone else that was supposed to be your friend. This is how it all works. That's why you always watch what you say. And you only say what you mean. I respect the fact that Veronica at least was like, I said what I said because I meant it. I said, that's real. That's real. And at that point, I realized they have an industry friendship. They have a convenient friendship. They're both in the industry. They're both trying to make moves. They became friends. But these two ladies, they really don't like each other. They don't really like each other. I do believe that Veronica and Amara are actually friends. I never for once felt like JoJo and Veronica were friends. It's just a different type of energy when they're around each other. So then it kind of gets to the low blows about how, you know what, regardless, I didn't, just because of the background you came from, didn't mean that I didn't want to be friends with you or treat you different because of that. It's just like, oh yes, Miss Prissy, I know you and your little ivory tower. And then we get to the mess of, oh, well, Veronica, I mean, it's not my fault. You lived in the hood and you came from that. You getting loud, you doing all the clapping. I don't do that stuff, baby. So you're either going to bring it down, the conversation is going to be over. It's like, oh, well, I clap and I get loud. If you want to pop off, you can pop off. JoJo said, I'm worth millions. I said, your daddy is. But let's try this again. I'm worth millions. So if you think that I'm going to go and hit you, and that means that that's a lawsuit, because that means that's money. That means that's money that goes out of my pocket because I hit you, you sue, you get money from, no, you're not worth that. And I said, give it 30 more seconds and we'll see what happens. And just like I figured, because Veronica was just like, okay, you want it? I'm right here. So then I was a little surprised by this. JoJo took that drink and threw it at her. I know a lot of people are going to be happy because they wanted something to happen to Veronica, but I just said, oh, we're doing the drink throw. You know that's my least favorite thing. My whole thing is, if we're getting to that point, I want to see hands. That's all I want to see. My whole belief is you commit. You don't do, it's like you hitting someone and saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. No, if I'm hitting you, I meant to hit you. I'm not saying sorry for nothing. That's not true. I'll say sorry. No, as an adult, no. As a child, yes. Because it's about self-control. As an adult, and I have self-control, and I still choose to hit you anyway, no. No. So then, that was broken up. Clearly, that was going to be a real fight. Go back to the hood. I said, oh, God, here we go. Now, Scrap is with his friend Gunplay. Gunplay, his energy is off. Scrap learns why. Scrap was just like, okay, well, I'm going to do something to get your mind off things. Now, all of a sudden, we see Chinese Nikki and Chinese Kitty. They come along around Scrap and Gunplay, and apparently Chinese Nikki knows Kiara, so Gunplay goes and runs because he told Kiara that he was going to be at the studio, so now this is going to look bad for him if he's around these women and fraternizing, doing all this mess. And I said, yeah, go, just go. Go. Just go, dude. Just go. Now, while that's going on, we see that Scrap decides that, oh, Chinese Nikki. Well, apparently, Chinese Kitty does music. She's a rapper. I said, oh my God. She's a rapper. She wants to rap. And this is how she's going to do it. She's going to enlist the help of Scrappy. Scrappy was very playfully interested in Chinese Nikki, sticking out the tongue, kissing on the cheek. I'm thinking, what type of you really want? Okay, dude. Now, Bobby, he wants to do this. I'm so sorry for 2004, and I ain't gonna hit you no more. That's the vibe that I was getting. He took these electronic candles and arranged them into a I'm sorry with clearly a fake bouquet of flowers. Listen, Bobby, you're playing around too much. Okay, but so then Jeffrey comes in. Jeffrey's just like, I won't tolerate abuse. Regardless of what's going on, I won't tolerate abuse. Bobby's like, look, all the signs are pointing to one way and I just couldn't handle it. And I'm sorry that I hate you. I know I was wrong for that. So then Jeffrey was like, I accept your apology, but I won't forget. I said, okay, that's fair enough. Because Bobby was on the ground. He was like, I'm so sorry. I love you. But then that tune quickly changed once Jeffrey said, you know, it was a lot being with you and I just needed a break. I needed something different. So Malik was there. Bobby said, oh, so this apology that you just got? This apology's gone. This apology's gone. And I said, this scene is gone. I'm over it. Let's move on. No one's fighting? Then why are we here? I don't actually care about you two. Like, Bobby, you're supposed to be here promoting your music. So I really don't care about this mess. Get out of here with this. Don't come back on my scene unless you're doing some type of breakup song. How about that? So Kiara, she's concerned because she's trying to reach out to Gunplay. He keeps saying that he's at the studio, but she knows something's wrong. So she takes out, there's money that falls out of his pants pocket. I said, oh my God, this step is so basic. That falls out of his pants pocket, and she sniffs it, and then in her confessional, well, she slides down, no, she cascades down the wall. Yes, cascades. Get into the wordplay. And she says, oh my God, he's using drugs again. I said, what did you smell off of that $100 bill? Was it weed? Was it scissor? Was it coke? Was it, like, what does he do? I don't know him. I don't know what his drug of choice is. I don't know. But trust me, I thought that was a dime bag when I saw it. I said, this mother effer did not bring a dime bag into you two's domicile. He did not. And he didn't. It was something else. Unless she hid that. Now, Malik, he's there. He has his Porsche. And Jeffrey, you know, came in with the Uber XL, clearly paid for by Mona Scott, young. And Malik's just like, look, I told Prince about that whole ordeal, and he was cool with it, but, you know, a lot of people, especially what we do, it's weird because probably a lot of them, he didn't say this while I'm saying this, probably a lot of them are gay or bi or doing stuff behind the scenes, but being around someone who is open, that's just not in the cards for, you know, my career popping off, so me just doing this is a huge risk. And I said, oh. So Jeffrey consoled him. Was just like, I'm gonna be there for you. And I said, this is cute. This is cute. This is cute. I don't care. You want me to be honest, right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So now Trina's performing, and this is where she announces that they're doing the TNT album, Trina and Trick Daddy, the joint album. And I said, okay, cool. And Trick Daddy's pissed because he sees his ex-wife there, Joy. He sees Joy there. So then backstage, Joy comes back there, and Trina's just along with Look, the conversation erupted like this. Trick Daddy was over it. He was like, just say what you mean what you say. What is this? What do you actually want from me? Well, this relationship is over. And essentially to me, meaning I wanted a divorce. And she might have even said that. He was like, that's fine. Well, and Dawn was like, wait, she still has some more to say. No, it's fine. I don't need to hear anything else. I'm done with this. Who cares? So am I. Come back next week. Lord. We know Amara and Young Hollywood aren't a real couple or a real item. Don't get caught up in how the editing was done. Please. Don't get fooled.